Yo, what's up guys? This year we're really diving deep on the ASC, showing you guys our athletes, letting you guys get to know them. Obviously we're gonna do tons of like actual skiing and snowboarding and action sports content with our athletes this year. But this video right here, you ever wanted to learn how to wax your skis? Brought to you by our boy Super Duper Cooper. He's the absolute man and he's a little up and coming ripper. So make sure you give this video a like if you enjoyed it and subscribe to the ASC. We got tons of cool stuff coming for you. And give my man Super Duper Cooper a shout out in the comment section. And we love ya.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Super Duper Cooper here. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to wax your skis. Now, waxing your skis is extremely important as it keeps your skis moving fast and you can clear the jumps. So, I'm going to teach you how to do it right now. Alright, so now let's move on to the supplies required for waxing your skis. So, first off, you need some wax, obviously. I would recommend going with like all temperature wax because then there's like no guesswork, kind of like, oh, what's the temperature going to be for the next couple of days, and then it'll most likely be good for whatever temperature you have. Next up, you need an iron. Now, it's nice to have a ski-specific iron, but any old iron will work. For ski-specific iron, you can have a knob that can adjust the temperatures. Next, you'll need a scraper. Now, this is like a ski-specific scraper, but you could just use like a piece of plastic that is kind of like rectangular in shape and has like sharp edges, just to scrape off wax. Next, it's nice to have some rubber bands so that you can hold your brakes down so that they won't get in the way while you're waxing. Like you won't be like banging into it with the iron. It's very useful. Now last, this is not necessary at all, but just leaves a nice finish. It's a nice brush. So when you're done, you just rub it along the ski and it just leaves nice lines along your skis. Nice lines, and then it just looks pretty. Okay, so the next step is how to tell if your skis actually even need to be waxed. If you need to wax them, there'll be a bunch of like gray on the ski, like old wax. And then, so that's no good. So you want to add a new layer of wax if they look like that. Okay, so the next step, now that we've decided our skis need to be waxed, so we need to plug in the iron and let it heat up to temperature so that once we're ready, we can just get straight to waxing. So just plug it in. Make sure the iron is not on like face down because that will burn your table and you don't want that. So just have it sitting like this on the table. So the next step, if you have a ski-specific iron, you want to get it up to temperature. So I would say a good temperature for your iron is around like 125, 130. And if you have a regular iron, just put it on medium, and that should be okay. Like it doesn't need to be like extremely specific, but just make sure that the wax is not burning. So if there's a ton of like smoke coming off from the wax as it's melting super fast, you need to turn the temperature down. If it's taking ages to melt, then you want to increase the temperature a little bit. But yeah, so my iron is just a little knob. Just twist it. Till it's at our desired temperature. 130. There you go. Just let that heat up. Once it's heated up, ready to go. Okay, so next step, while our iron is heating up, is to scrape off any old excess wax on your skis. So you're gonna take our rubber band, put it around the brake, so that the brakes are held down. Then take your scraper and just scrape from tip to tail. Now not too much wax is coming off because there's so little. Yeah, okay, so now our iron is heated up. Now we've done that. It's ready, we're ready to wax. We're ready to wax. So, get your wax out, and then you're just gonna put it onto the face of the iron. Now be very careful, the iron is hot. So like if you touch it, it'll burn your hand, so just don't touch the iron. But yeah, so you're just gonna put your wax on it, kind of like in the corner, and it'll start to drip. And then just make little S shapes as it falls. Now you're waxing your skis. Just be very careful with the hot iron. And I kind of hold it so that it's dripping out of the corner. This way you'll get a little bit more accuracy with where it will drip. So you're not just dripping wax all over the floor. It doesn't have to be a perfect pattern, just try and kind of get wax kind of like maybe an inch apart and a bunch of like sporadic dots. Yeah, so now that's all done. Just shake off your iron. And then if there's still like wet, just kind of rub it off. A little bit more wax on your skis won't hurt. So now, we're ready to melt it in. Now to melt it in, we're gonna place the iron on the ski and always keep it moving. If you hold it in one spot, your base will burn, and that's not good. You don't want a burnt base. So you want to hold it and just slowly move it around. And you know you've got it melted in enough when you can kind of feel on the other side of the ski, like it feels warm on the other side of the ski. Just place it on, slowly rub it around, but make sure not too slowly. It always needs to be moving. Just get a nice even coat of wax all over the ski. Just go back, just get all those spots. It's very satisfying. Just watching all the dots melt into, just like melt. Might be moving it a little too fast. Yeah, just be patient with it. You'll get there, but not too patient. So now that we've got the whole ski coated in wax, after like rubbing it around, I like to just do like one straight pass from tip to tail down the whole ski. I don't think it does that much, but it just helps it just ensure it's fully melted into the base, and I just like doing it. So now, the whole ski is fully coated in wax. So your ski should be looking like this. Just like kind of a little bit tinted of the color of your wax. Mine looks a little bit pink because the wax is red. So yeah, so put this aside to cool down, and you can move on to the next ski. Ooh, stay up, iron. Okay, so now that we're completely done waxing, no more is needed to be done. You want to unplug your iron. Just unplug it and let it cool down, because you don't want it to just be sitting around at like 100 degrees in your garage unattended. Definitely 100% safe. Not. You just unplug it and then just let it cool down. And now you're done. So just let your skis sit for like 30 minutes in a nice cool area. Like today is perfect, like so maybe like 5 degrees outside, 6 degrees. Just let it cool down for a half hour. Then you have to scrape it. It's the satisfying part, the most satisfying, the funnest part. Yeah. Okay, so this ski has been sitting for a while, nice and not liquid wax, just like it's just hardened. It like kind of like scrapes off with your finger into like little flakes. And that's how you know it's ready. So you're gonna grab your scraper. Just gonna scrape it all along the ski from tip to tail, and it's very satisfying. Okay, now that we're done scraping our skis, we can use the brush. Now, the brush, it's not really necessary, but just makes the skis look really nice, look really good. Okay, so we just need to repeat that on our other pair of skis, and then we're completely done. So that's how you can wax your skis and be faster than your friends.